Oh, hello, my lovelies. Today we're going to be talking about my least favorite person in the world, that vegan teacher. It's been a while, and I said that I would make another video on her if I found enough stuff that isn't her repeating herself that I would talk about it. So that's what I'm doing today. Maybe I'll make another one in another 6 months or whatever. So let's just jump on into this. Roll the intro. Welcome back. Now, let's just jump on into the community posts that she's made, because there's a few that I wanted to talk about and a situation that I actually don't have a clip for, but if you want to see the full clip, I recommend going to iNabber's video where he talks about her recently, because the clip is in there. I was unfortunately unable to get the clip before I made this video, but I'll mention that later on. Alright, let's jump into it. So the first thing is that she's saying, how many of my TikTok accounts are you following? If you don't know, that vegan teacher has been banned on multiple accounts after losing her big account that had 1.8 million followers. And she keeps making them and they keep getting banned. And she goes up to 1, 2, 3, and 4. How many TikTok accounts do you have? You shouldn't even be on there. Isn't that ban evading? Like, that's just the first thing I wanted to mention. Now we're going to talk about her posting graphic images again, and her following is mostly children. She has discussed this before. She did a whole community post where she asked her followers what age range that they were in, and a lot of them, the majority, came in to be 10 to 14-year-olds. And she's posting these graphic images for 10 to 14-year-olds. And the caption reads, "Zoom in. Look at this barbaric cruelty." She basically wants people to zoom in on a bull's bum hole. That's disgusting. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to put up on the screen. Forcing a female to become pregnant so that the baby and mother's milk can both be stolen. Stop paying people to do this to innocent cows. Start drinking soy or oat milk and choose vegan cheese instead. Thank you for choosing compassion over cruelty. Now write down the date, because that day will be your happy vegan declaration day. It's up to you. Only you can do the right thing. Now, I understand that that part of the process probably isn't okay. It's not okay. But cows are gonna make babies regardless. There's plenty of farms that let their animals reproduce on their own, and then they take the milk, which cows need to be milked. They need to be milked because that can cause them to be sick if they don't have their milk, milked. So I don't understand that part, okay? And the graphic imagery, just not okay. The next one is, should trans women be allowed to compete against women in sports? And then the options being, yes, they are women now, and no, it's not fair. Having an operation does not change biology. Are you a part of the trans community, Miss Katie? Because I don't think you should be speaking on their issues. And also, having that option that's saying it's not fair and that having an operation does not change biology, because that should not be an option. Trans women are women, period. That's it, point blank. You should not even have that as an option, nor should you be speaking on their issues when you're not a part of that community. You're not. So stop it. Thank you. Then we have her attacking Call Me Chris again, which Call Me Chris wants nothing to do with that vegan teacher. She simply made a video. The whole reason why she ended up on the vegan teacher's radar for attack, which this is what she's doing. She's basically attacking them constantly. Call Me Chris made a video poking fun at the vegan teacher because she was using crayons and exposed that crayons have animal fat in them, and ever since, the vegan teacher has not left her alone, which is gross, and including mocking her essay, calling her a liar about her essay, just completely devaluing Call Me Chris and everything that she's went through, which I find absolutely abhorrent and disgusting. So here's the caption. Call Me Chris has mentioned veganism on her TikTok recently. She named a whole bunch of plant milks. Do you think she is smarter and more ethically evolved than Dr. Mike, Sniper Wolf, Colleen Ballinger? Which, why are you going after Colleen? Colleen has not done nothing to you or anyone. Gordon Ramsay, Joe Bartolozzi, Mr. Beast, Mark Rober, Isaac Butterfield, Abba and Peach, Ben Shapiro, and she tags all these people. Jordan B. Peterson, Riley Link, Ben of the Week, and Ryan Comedy. And might actually be one of the first to become vegan, or is she just as shallow as they are and will never evolve to be a better human? And it's funny that, like, some of the people that she's tagged are vegans themselves. Now, again, I don't have anything against veganism. I don't. I think if you're vegan, that's fine. But the way that she goes about spreading her way of veganism is not okay. Attacking people is going to shove people away from it. Especially when you're going and attacking them for some of the most vulnerable things in their life, like you did to Call Me Chris. And myself. So, here's what she has for options on this poll. She's just as shallow. She's just as vain and only cares about money and fame. If you don't know how fame works on TikTok, you just post, and sometimes you go viral and sometimes you don't. And as for the money aspect, she's probably making more money on YouTube with her 5 million subscribers, and rightfully so, than on TikTok, because I have heard from plenty of my mutuals on TikTok that as soon as you join the creator fund, your views go down. They don't pay you enough to make content on TikTok. So she's probably making nothing on TikTok, like everybody else. So, and Call Me Chris has already said, I think, that she doesn't care about the fame. She doesn't. She cares about the people. And she's proved that multiple times, that she's in this to make people laugh. She's in this to be herself and create comedy, and she doesn't care about the fame. The fame comes with it, yes, but that's not her first priority. Chris is skinny, blonde, and pretty. That's all that matters. Basically implying that people that click this option just like Call Me Chris because of her appearance, which is disgusting. That's shallow behavior, Miss Katie. Just saying. And then there's an all the above are true. She doesn't even leave a good option for Call Me Chris. She basically just makes all these disgusting statements about her as poll answers. Then she attacks Pancho, who has also made videos about her recently, saying, Pancho says that he's working out. However, he has forgotten to add his brain to that regime. He still thinks like a caveman. You're insulting people's intelligence, okay? That he needs to eat meat, dairy, and eggs. Who do you think he is so willfully ignorant? Why does he not bother to watch any documentaries about veganism and educate his followers by telling them the truth? Just because you find something to be the truth doesn't mean it's actually the truth, because a lot of those documentaries that you've watched, I've done extensive research on, and most of them have been debunked. Not only that, but a lot of the people that were filming were trespassing on private properties and filming things. Also, some of them completely staging situations with animals. So I don't think if he's going to watch these documentaries, he's going to say they're the truth, when you can look it up online and see that a lot of these documentaries were debunked. Not only that, but involved criminal activity like trespassing and hurting animals to show what happens in the industry when those people were staging those situations to show what you think is the truth. So here's the poll answers. He's too weak to give up his meat addiction. That's not an addiction. He's too weak to give up his cheese addiction. She basically says that these are all addictions. And then there's he is too stupid to educate himself and watch Earthlings. Again, with the same thing that she did with the Call Me Chris one. Basically just making a bunch of disgusting insults and claiming that they're poll answers. Because she's too afraid to actually just say these things in an actual video. He's too vain to give a crap about anybody's pain. Wow. Then there's her going after Jewish people again, which she's repeated herself multiple times that she's anti-Semitic and she doesn't like the Jewish community, so moving on. Then she's going after the whole Roe v. Wade situation, which I don't believe that she should be speaking on as well, because her view seems to be very disgusting. She says, but for the most part is avoidable. If people are responsible, use protection, and are not promiscuous. One, that's basically the whole keep your legs closed argument. When R word happens, abuse happens, all kinds of things can happen from a woman not willingly wanting to become pregnant. Also, birth control is only just so effective. It's not 100% effective. People can get pregnant using both kinds of protection. Quite frankly, I don't want to hear her opinions on the situation anymore because it's clear that she's ignorant. Hurting animals who are already alive, I don't know why she chose to put that in all caps, is also avoidable if you are responsible and not selfish enough to choose your taste over somebody else's pleasure. There's some people that need the meat to survive. And I've already covered that. I'm not going to go back over that. There's the poll answers. Makes sense. Exactly, that's why I'm vegan. We should encourage abstinence, birth control, and monogamy. Ew. Okay. We should remind people that it's not selfish effing a-holes. I have something stupid and unhelpful to write in the comments. Again, she basically uses these poll answers to say things that she's not bold enough to say in her actual YouTube videos, so she kind of just uses these poll answers to have a place to put that and just be like, well, I put them as poll answers. You can't blame me if these are people's opinions. Basically saying, well, you can't blame me even though I'm the one that wrote the caption. Which is just disgusting. That whole line of thinking is just disgusting, and I'm not here to talk about that whole situation. Just making note of what she's saying about it. So, if you agree, if you don't come at me. I'm not willing to have a political argument with you. I'm not willing to have this whole argument with anyone. Because, one, it's stressful. Two, people talk themselves in circles, like Miss Katie and her arguments for veganism, or her way of veganism, which is why it took me this long to find enough things to talk about, because she constantly repeats herself nowadays, and I don't feel like I should have to repeat myself because she is. So, yeah. And then the thing that she talks about, iNabber has a clip of on his video, which if you're not subscribed to iNabber, what are you doing? Go subscribe. He deserves the subscribers, alright? He constantly dunks on James Charles, and I'm always here for that, always. So, go subscribe to iNabber. But anyway, he made a video about the vegan teacher recently, and there was a clip in it where she implied that, like a certain World War II leader, that all LGBTQ people should be removed from the planet. In a disgusting way, if you can catch my drift. And considering that she says that she's part of the LGBTQ community herself, you're including yourself in that. You're including yourself in possible genocide, which you want, apparently, saying that, why can't we just remove these people from the planet? It would be so much better for it. That is just so disgusting. Like, that is just so disgusting. And you're including yourself because you say that you're bisexual. If you were really part of the community, you would understand just how nasty and awful that comment was. So yeah, that's what I got. That's all I could find within the last 6 months, because she's just been constantly repeating herself and just using the same arguments and using what's new to kind of be like, oh, hey, this happened? Well, guess what? This is the same thing that happens to X, Y, and Z animals. She just repeats herself now, and I really don't feel like I should be repeating myself because she is. I have plenty of videos about her on the channel, and quite frankly, I'm just kind of done with her. So I will still talk about her if I find things I should talk about, but I'm pretty much done for the most part because I have better things to do. But I couldn't avoid that specifically, so I had to talk about it because she's just like anyone else I have on the channel, and I know her followers are probably going to start harassing me, which they haven't stopped. Her followers are still threatening me daily. Last week, her YouTube moderator that made the petition to have me, wanted me unalived, dragged by my hair out of my home, and shot at point blank. They're still harassing me, including telling me that they're going to find me, they're going to hack me, and then they're going to cut the brakes in my car so I die in a car accident. So, and she's fully aware. She's known about this person doing this to me for quite a while now. I have a whole video about that. I have probably a few videos about that, and I'm not going to get back into it, but, you know, it's not that I'm going after her specifically. I talk about all kinds of people on my channel. I talk about all kinds of situations. I've talked about Jeffree Star. I'm pretty sure I've talked about James Charles and Shane Dawson. I've talked about all kinds of celebrity internet people. I'm not just going after her to go after her. I find that what she does is disgusting. I find that her whole message is wrong, because the message of veganism is actually a good thing when it's told by somebody that isn't openly attacking you for it. And not damning people that have to eat meat, that have to live a certain way to even survive, because there are people that have certain issues with their body that they need meat to survive. They need milk to survive, like bone density issues, like stuff like that. People need milk. People need to eat meat sometimes, and I find that's okay. I feel like it's okay to have your lifestyle choice and to tell people about it, but when you're openly attacking them, that's where I draw a line. And she's just not the best person in general, which is like all the other people I talk about on this channel. So it's not me personally attacking her or veganism or whatever. She's just someone that's just like everybody else that has issues, and people will talk about those issues. So if you feel like you need to leave a nasty comment, it's just going to be removed. It's going to be deleted. It's going to be blocked. So don't even bother trying, because I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play around. I'm not going to respond. I'm just going to delete your comment and block you so I can move on with my life, because that's just life at the end of the day. I'm not going to deal with your negativity and crap anymore. So that's what I got for you guys today. If you feel like it, hit the likes, hit the subscribes, do what you want. Leave a comment maybe. Let's talk about this in the comments. If you don't know, I don't just talk about Miss Katie. I also talk about books, movies, TV shows, anime, all kinds of internet news. If I find it interesting, I talk about it on the channel. The focus of the channel is not the vegan teacher or internet personalities. It's a whole range of content. So I'm sure if you look around the channel, I'm sure you'll find something you like. So I love you all so, so much, and I hope you have the best day. Bye.